Hello everyone. Welcome back or welcome to my podcast. Today is nothing really different besides the fact that this is the second time this week that I do the podcast, which usually is supposed to be once a week. But this is the cause of me being a little bit more lazy, and that's on me. Today's topic is somewhat intellectual, in my opinion. It's kind of like intellectual, and the reason why I want to talk about it, because I want people to acknowledge it more, and it is something that you will understand more about me if you do know this thing. It's just like a nice idea that I kind of want to share, and you can also do some tests as well, and then we can share the result later. It's supposed to be fun, and I hope that everyone will feel fun doing it and knowing more about it. It shouldn't be serious or anything. It's just like super chill and cool. So yeah, before we dive right into that, as usual, there are 9 guinea pigs in my room right now. I record this on Thursday night, and it's about to be Friday tomorrow, and I work from home tomorrow, and that's the reason why my piggies are all up in my room again. They are gonna go crazy at night sometimes, and I hope that they won't cause a lot of noise. Just consider them as like my co-hosts already. They are here every single time and kind of like listen, but not really answering or talking back to me much. Just talking to themselves and playing and kind of listening to me. So yeah, they are my co-hosts. There we go. We have like 9 audience already. So yeah, all of that warning. Okay, I did it. Let's get into the MBTI, a very intellectual subject that I have never had any idea that I'm going to do it today. But here we go. So, if you ask me what is the MBTI stand for, I don't know. For me, it's just the concept of psychological types of people. It's just something to kind of like group people up a little bit into like 16 types, because in Thailand we sometimes do like A, B, O, A, B, like blood group test kind of thing. It's just weird. The fact that people can say like, oh, you must be O, because you're so outgoing and talkative, and then say like, oh, you must be AB because you are so mysterious. I don't know if that's work. I think MBTI is way better, because at least you have to like take a test first before you get the MBTI. So yeah, it's pretty much kinda the same concept. It's just something to like group people up, and I find it interesting because it kind of helps you better to understand the person, because I know it is not everything that you know about that person, but it is something actually that can kind of help people bond with each other and understand each other a little bit more. I personally took this test like every year just to confirm my personality types. I don't really like remember in my head about a question, I just answer it whatever I feel like. So for example, if I get the question like A or B, I would just stop and thinking about like whether I like A or B, and then I just answer. I don't really go and discuss with anyone about the answer like, oh, I think A is nice, or I should answer B. No, don't do that, please. You can do it along with your friends or family, but just don't discuss about the answer before you get the result. Just say like, okay, we get A and B and we have to choose one, and then choose it. I don't know, it should not be fast because there's a lot of question out there, but it shouldn't be like hours and hours to answer it, because it's not supposed to be that slow, I guess. It should come out of your mind first, like, okay, I think this one, and then I answer this. Like, if you would get the idea, is something like that. And every single time that I take the test, I always get the same one, which some of you may know because it's on my Twitter bio. Is actually INFPT. And let me just tell you guys what is like what's N, what am I talking about. So basically in MBTI you will have 4 letters that you will get. So each of the letter actually represent a word, and when you get the 4 letter, it will become like one personality type. For example, for me is INFP. I think stand for introverted. Let me fact check, because I don't want to give out the wrong information, because that's gonna be a little bit bad, to be honest. Where is it go? Okay, so I is introversion, and N is intuition, F is feeling, and P is perception, like that. It is not all of the letter out there. Actually, the letter will come in like group. So it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and each of the letter will have like 2 options. So for example, the first one is either gonna be extroversion or like introversion, and the second one is either intuition or sensing, and then third one is either thinking or feeling, and the last one is either judgment or perception. And they just took the first letter and put it out, and that's it. That's pretty simple, I think. I hope that this is not too hard that you are not understanding what I'm talking about. But kind of like that thing, 4 letter EINSTFJP. You will get one of the pair. Yeah. So, actually, before that, there were some addition in the end. So for example, I am in INFP, where I have like dash T after the N, where T is like stand for turbulent, and the other one, if you not get T, you will get A, which is assertive. And the meaning is exact same. Turbulent is turbulent, and assertive is assertive. So I think it should be like easy. Let me just explain first, because turbulent is kind of like strange and assertive is strange. So turbulent is kind of like self-conscious, but in the same time perfectionist, and turbulent do concern about the perceptive of like other people and how others perceive the turbulence. And we usually have a very big dream, but have a lot of tendency to overthinking every single thing about our life. And it's just very ambitious and very self-conscious in the same time, and I think that's turbulent. And for assertive, I think they tend to be like more calm, or not so stressed about their past or worried so much, because they're kind of like chill and they do believe in themselves, and they don't really overthinking about the past of what they already done. They would just proceed with it and live their life. And they can be very ambitious, but they are not pushing too hard, which is nice. But like in the same time, they do believe in themselves already. So I just want to put that there. That's that. And yeah, that's turbulent and assertive. For the other like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other 8 character, other 8 words, I think is just like exactly that one. Extroversion is like extroverted people, introversion is introverted people, intuition is intuition and sensing is just like sensing. Thinking is thinking, feeling is tend to feel more than think, use your heart more than your brain. And judgment is tend to like, judgmental, and perception is tend to be more acceptable, kind of like that stuff. And oh yeah, it's fast. Let's just move to like the group of what does it call? The group of the personality type first, before we like really talk about it. So I told you there are like 16 personality types, but that 16 also divided in 4 categories. The first one is analysis. The analysis contains people with the NITJ, NITJ, NITP, ENTJ, and ENTP. It doesn't matter whether they are A or T, just the full letter is okay. And then the next one is diplomats, which contain NIFJ, NIFP, ENFJ, and ENFP. And then the next one is sentinels. They contain ISTJ, ISFJ, ESTJ, and ESFJ. Yeah, ESTJ and ESFJ. Both are sentinels. And the last one are the explorer, which is contain ISTP, ISFP, ESTP, and ESFP. Yeah, that's correct. All of this already have different names. If you want to learn more and if you want to do the test, I will put the link to the site down below. You can go and study more about people there. I personally do take it once a year, as I told you before, but feel free to do it however you want, how many times you want. Feel free, just do it if you want to, because it's chill and it's kind of like depend on your opinion whether you want to do it or not. It's super fine. Now I'm going to talk about my personality type, because as I told you before, I'm gonna talk about myself because this is my podcast. I'm just gonna talk about myself because I can. Let me just drink some water first. Very nice. So, INFP, we are actually called mediator, which, to be fair, never ever once in my life that I have that confident that I can be the mediator to literally anyone. It's just like, weird for me to say that, but I do understand that, it's just like the large group that is the best word to describe INFP people. But yeah, so according to the sites, it is a personality type with the introvert, intuitive feeling, and prospecting traits. So we tend to be quiet, open mind, and imaginative, and we also caring and creative to everything we do, which, to be fair, that's nice. But that is not everything of that. So just to give you a very, very, very clear pictures of like who is INFP. How could I know? I mean, I do understand you talk about it, but I just don't really sure that I understand who are you talking about. So INFP, some mediator out there that you may know: William Shakespeare, Bjork, Alicia Keys, and let's move to the next one, Tom Hiddleston, Julia Roberts, William Wordsworth. Is it true? Oh my god, I've never known that before. He's one of them. Wow. Johnny Depp is also one of the mediator, and Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Ring, Amelia Poland from Amelia, Irvin from Lord of the Ring, Fox Mulder, I don't know that, from X-Files, and my all-time favorite character in the world, pretty much, Anne from Anne of Green Gables. I have never ever know that she is the mediators. I just love her character to the core when I first get to read the books, and I was like, oh my god, that's so nice. And I found out later she's mediator. I was just like, I guess that's the reason why, because I think I put myself into her character, and I have the same thoughts like her. And it's kind of like nice to know that, because when you read the books and the main character turns out to be the exact same person that you are, just a very nice feeling. So let's dig deeper into INFP so that you guys will know about me more and kind of like understand about me more, because I say a lot that I want to talk to people more, I want to create more content, but I didn't do it properly. And here's some of the answer for the reason why I am like this. So they say that INFP personality share a sincere curiosity about the depths of human nature. So pretty much we do have a lot of empathy. Yeah. And they say that sometimes the empathies are too much and it can be a liability. and trouble us because we carry a lot of weight on our shoulders, and we kind of affected by other people negative moods or mindset. And personally I have a very, very strong sense of feeling about person. Even if it is the first time that I get to see them, I will already have like some sense of their personality, because personally I am very observant of even like facial expression of people, because when I was younger all I have is like the TV, and that is what I do to understand and learn more about people, just to look at their face and see some acting. And I kind of know like, okay, that is what. And when I see someone that I have a feeling that I won't like them so much, I wouldn't just run away just yet, but I would try to talk to them first to kind of like get the real idea of who they really are, because sometimes people do have bitch race face, like bitch resting face, and I do understand that. I mean, yes, I know we don't want to smile all day, something like that, so I would just give them a chance. And sometimes when I talk to people, it is exact same as what I thinking, then I would just immediately set the boundary so that their moods won't affect me anymore, because like I just cut them out. Or if I feel fine with them, then I would just keep like being friends and don't think too much about it. And yeah, that's it. That is like, I guess, one of the things that kinda give me some upper hands before other people, because sometimes I do know some friends who don't really know the social cue, and they kind of like also don't know about people in general, and trip and fail so much about knowing new people. But for me it's kind of like, okay, I don't like this one, okay, I'm fine with this one, kind of like that stuff. And it just make me feel better with myself. It does not help me with like the society in general. It never ever make anything become easier for me to be in the society or the social queue, but it just make me feel better to manage my thoughts and feelings. And yeah, that's it. And they say, just move to the next topic quickly, just next topic is the speaking their truth. What are we? INFPs have a talent for self-expression. They may reveal their innermost thoughts and secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. Correct, kinda, sometimes. I mean, when I was younger, I do write some novel. It's just like for fun. It's not it's just like writing for fun and so on. I usually put my troubles and problems away from the pictures and just make that characters happy in the same times. And I do put some of the conflicts and troubles that I have in that thing, and I just we just write. And I don't really mind sharing that because it is fine. It just, I don't want to say it to people that I do have problem, I don't like this. No, I don't do that, but I do express it somehow by the fictional characters, by the words up in the air and so on. But I get a lot better now. I can talk to people who I feel comfortable with a lot of stuff in the world. So yeah, it's fine. And Next thing, let's move to the strength and weakness. I'm gonna spice things up a little bit, but I just first start with the weakness because who cares about my strength? Let's just talk about my weakness first so that you can understand why all of my schedule is messed up sometime. So first one, a very harsh one to be honest. They say that INFP is unrealistic. It's true. That's so true. They say nothing in this world is perfect, and that can be a difficult truth for INFP to accept. Correct. I mean, well, I am not talking in the name of all the INFP out there. I'm talking about myself. I do understand the world is not that realistic just when I already grow up and go past a lot of trauma. But before I go through that, when I was younger, I always think everything is going to be fine when I grow up. I can make a lot more money, I can be with other people, I can hang out with some more friends. When I grow up, everything will be fine, just like what I watch in the TVs or read. But turns out no, that is not happening. And when I was younger, I do struggle a lot, just kind of learn that it's life. But right now it's fine. It's just back when I was young and naive, I just it was so difficult. I just tend to do the next thing that they say INFP is weak, which is self-isolating. So, to be honest, what they write is exactly what I do have in my mind. So I'm just gonna read it. INFP personality long to connect with others, but they don't always know how, especially in new environments. So this is something that I always go through, which I don't start the conversation first. I'm not going to be the one who start the conversation with you. You have to be the one who start the conversation with me. And if I do feel fine with you, I will answer you. And when I answer you once, now I'm not gonna shut up. I'm just keep talking. And now you're in my world. Ha. Ha. Joke on you. Kinda like that. But if I do know that you are friendly and you kind of want to know me, you are open up to me, then I will feel fine to talk to you and be friend in general. But most of the time, the self-isolation that I tend to do is not really with friends, but it's more of a when I go through the situation that I feel it is hard to go through, I would just immediately self-isolation. Or sometimes even during the conversation, if I do feel a little bit uncomfortable in my mind, I can already self-isolate my feeling kind of a little bit and just be there but not really concerned or try to remember anything in that time, which is something that I tend to do in the daily life because I don't want to overthinking. Because sometimes if I do say something or do something a little bit in my head offensive, which is not really offensive, but if I do keep remembering that thing, keep oh my god, I did that, I'll just keep thinking, and it's gonna be very hard for me to go through. So I'll just use the tactic of self-isolation a little bit in my mind or sometimes do the real self-isolation when I don't want to talk to people. And it's fair if we can use it right. Now, next one. Emotionally vulnerable. Yes. So as I talked about before, I tend to affect a lot by people's negative moods or attitudes, but it gets better with other people. Every single one in this world can be mad and I will be fine because, I don't care about them. But when it comes to my parents, no, that is not happening. I'm so emotionally vulnerable for them. If they feel anything bad, I will sense it already and I will feel bad already, and I did not take it well. Like, most of the time, if I feel that, it's the self-isolation and kind of like, block out the feeling. But for my parents, I tend to do the other way, which is bad. I just, punch back. If you get a negative mood, give the negative mood back. It's kind of like in a moment of life of me don't want to get hurt alone anymore. So I just have to let them know that, this hurt and you supposed to be hurt too. But most of the time I just repeat what they say back to them so that they can know, like, is this alright for you to say? Or like, is this what you are thinking right now? Are you kidding me? Something like that. And yeah, sometimes just sometimes the negative thoughts can last for like weeks or months in me, but eventually, for me personally, it will go away, not go to anywhere, just go away and don't think about it anymore, which also connect with the next weakness that I have: too eager to please. People pleaser. Hello, how are you? But to be fair, I don't think I am that much of a people pleaser, because I do have a list of people that I like and a list of people that I don't like, and a list of people that I feel fine in the middle. If you are in the list of the people that I like and want to know more, I would definitely be eager to please, because I just want you to be happy. But in the same time, when I do that, whatever thing that need to please you, it will drain the energy out of my life and I will feel super tired afterward. But to be fair, I'm happy. I'm happy. It's just hard to do that. I just kinda want to do it, want to pursue it. But it does not happen to me that if someone don't like me, then I would try to like win their heart or like something like that. I don't. I used to do that and it's not work so well, because at the end of the day, that person is going to despise you forever. So I don't do that anymore. I just go to like, oh, you don't like me? I also don't like you. Bye bye. Kind of like that. Which, to be fair, is kind of work, but it's okay. And the last one of the weakness, so that we can go to the positive side of me, is self-critical. Self-critical. So, yes, I am self-critical. Like, I do believe that I have the potential to do whatever I want to do and, be success. But sometimes it's just the unrealistic thoughts and it can fail my life in general. Like, I want to sell this stuff, I want to be, merchandise and so on. I just want to be a streamer, kind of like that stuff. I know that I can do it if I put my mind to it, but in the same time, too much of the problem, like money-wise, personality-wise, and everything else. So yeah, I do critique myself and like take it serious on myself. Like, sometimes I would think like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, and then 3 days later I would be like, no, you cannot do that because this problem, and this problem, and then at the end of the day I just give up on my dreams. Have I ever told this before? But when I was younger, at first I want to be the doctor, but when I grow up, I know that a doctor work a lot. Like when I was like 10 already, I just think that that's too much work. So I don't want to be the doctor, but I want to be the scientist instead. And later I learned that in my country, they are not supportive of the scientists because, they are not really interested in science. And then I changed my dreams to be like, oh, I want to be the architect. And that's around the time that all other people who wants to be the architect already take some like drawing class. I did not, and I kind of like get to my sense like, but if I do want to be the architect, then I will only have to do the architect thing, but in the same time I also have to do the drawing, like human drawing portrait. Like, why? But oh, okay. And then a lot of stuff happened and I was like, no, I cannot do that, and just give up in general. Which is, to be fair, great that I do give up, because I cannot imagine if I did not give up being the architect, because it would be pretty hard for me now to live, because I don't think I can find any job in general, and I do have to read a lot more books in order to like get to the nice university, which is something that I don't want to do. It's just too stressful to learn too much, Before we get to the, what does it called, positive side, let me drink some water because my throat hurt right now. I talk too much. Sorry. Okay, just one more. So, the first one is empathetic actually. And yes, this one we talking about it before. I'm so everyone in INFP is caring about other people's emotions and so on. And one sentence that they say is kind of like bugging me a little bit, because they're sensitive. These personalities tend to be thoughtful and kind-hearted, and they hate the idea of hurting anyone, even unintentionally. And I have to learn that in the very harsh way. If you do remember my past stuff, you will know that the idea of me getting hurt by someone else kind of shaped me into thinking of like, I don't want to hurt other people when I talk about something unintentionally, whether I want to hurt them or not. I just don't think that it is a good idea. But at the end of the day, if you do it too much, you will absolutely lose your mind. You just have to like let it go a little bit. You have to care, but not care too much. Next one is generous. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Just in general, want to contribute to a world where every voice is heard and no one's need go unmet. Oh, that's kind of nice. I do want that. I mean, it would be nice if everyone can be the same, but then the human is gonna be very boring, and I guess boring is not nice for a human. But anyways, I just want people to have the same state of start, and then later we can build up by ourselves, stuff like that. Next one Open-minded. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, I guess. I am open-minded enough to understand people, but in the same time, nowadays I don't really want to concern too much, so I kind of like backed off a little bit. And next one, creative. I'm gonna combine it with the other two. Creative, passionate, idealistic. That is something that I guess describe this channel, the reason why I create this channel. Cause first, I'm passionate about ASMR because I want to sleep, and I think the ideal of it is nice because I can help other people sleep. And I do want to express more of my creative side to this world other than writing, because writing takes too long for me to do, and I don't think that I can do it like every single day or for living or just for fun, because writing is not that fun when you don't get any comment back. So yeah, this is nice. This channel is nice for me. And that's all about the strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to just dip my toe a little bit in the romantic relationship. Oh, that's nice. So, I am the hopeless romantic, and okay. In general, I just finding it's very hard to like finding someone, I guess, like who is not the ideal type or who is not the person I dreamed of or something like that. But yeah, to be fair, I'm not really looking for it right now at the moment. So skip to the next one, friendship. So I am searching for the kindred spirits, the friend of life, and yes, that's true. I tend to really searching for people who I can grow with, I can do understand with, share some like cute moment with, and I guess that's kinda nice, you know. As a friend, I mean, I'm not the best one out there, but I am accepting enough for people. I'm trying to read it because it's kind of fun to go through it, like the article and stuff, but I think it's too long. So in general, my workplace habit feel sense of purpose in their work, whether they find themselves on a job ladder. They try to cultivate an emotional and moral connection to what they do. Okay. Oh, I guess this one is supposed to be like other people read us, because like they say INFP subordinates. As the employee, INFP tend to be loyal, upbeat, and considerate. I mean, yeah, but I just don't want to just say it out loud because it's kind of weird, to be honest. But yeah, let's read the conclusion. Few personality type possible. Okay, so there are a few out there who is kinda looking like the mediator, but we can trip in the area where idealism and altruism are more liability than an asset. Okay. Oh, and when it comes to like meeting new people, we have to develop the weaker trait and gain new skills to get to know other people. Oh. Okay, so the secret life of INFP. I think this is the interesting one to read. What you have read so far is just an introduction to the complexity of the INFP personality type. You may have muttered to yourself, wow, this is so accurate, it's a little creepy. Or, finally, someone understand me. You may even ask, how do they know more about me than the people I'm closest to do? And they say this is not a trick, you feel understood because you were. We have studied how INFP thinks and what they need to reach their full potential. In process, we have learned how people of your personality type can overcome even their greatest personality challenges. To do that, you need to have a plan, a personal roadmap, a vision for where you want to head and why. In this introduction, you have learned how INFPs tend to behave in certain circumstances and what their key strengths and weaknesses are. Like, to be fair, yes. I mean, I am the type of person who need a heavily plan for every single thing in my life, but it doesn't have to be a very serious plan. Sorry for that. I think something just fall. So, for example, I do have to think about what am I gonna do today. Like, okay, when I wake up, I was like, okay, so today I'm going to go to work, go back, and when I go back from work, I'm gonna clean up the cage and then later bring the babies up at nighttime and probably record the podcast or the video kind of stuff. And then later when the time comes, I just stack some more of the thoughts that I have, like go in more detail, like okay, during lunchtime, what am I gonna eat? Most of the time I would just buy the lunch prior to the lunchtime. Like, I don't go down during lunchtime to buy food. I just buy it in the morning and then eat it. And yeah, this is somewhat the planning that I have in my mind, and it works with me because it gives me the idea of what direction am I supposed to head to, and like what I should do and should not do in general, because sometimes I do lost it. I do like, oh, I don't know what to do next, or like, is this right, or where am I gonna go, like that. There was some times in my life where I don't do that plan. It turns out that my life is pretty boring. Like, how can I say that? It is just me wake up, take a bath, get out, dress up, go down, eat some food. No, go down, bring up some food, eat a food in front of the computer, watching something. After watching, probably play some games or watching something, and then go to the bathroom, go back watching something more, go to the bathroom, go back, go down, eat some, bring some food up, and leave the plate down, like clean it up, and then get the plate up there, sit on the table again, sit in front of the table again, and then watching or doing something, and then bring the plate down, clean up everything, and then go up, take some shower, go to sleep. And then it's just keep on repeating for like months, especially during the pandemic time when they don't have the class time. It's just like that, and it's pretty bad because, to be honest, I hate it when I am not productive in any way, shape, type, or form. Like, I don't like it when I don't progress anything, but in the same time, I don't mind not doing anything because it doesn't tire me out. But yeah, later I would just thinking like, oh, it would be nice if that day I do this, I do that. And yeah, it's kind of bad. But that's pretty much all about me. And let me confirm it again. This is not everything in your life. It kinda is right to me, but it's not all about me. It's just in general, this is me. And I do get to know one person that have the same personality traits with me, but she is assertive, so like an INFP, like a and go like dash A, so she is assertive. And just, I don't know, everything is like very much different from me, because I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, we are so different in a lot of way, but in the same time, I think the general idea of us is pretty much the same. So personality type can help you answer some of the questions, but in the same time, the trauma that you have gone through, the feeling that you have, the knowledge, the tools that you have, kind of like shape the person who you are and help you cope more with the things that you are experiencing. I'm not saying, this is that, you have to do this. If you are this one, you are exactly going to be this is going to be like that. No, it's just in general. And yeah, that's all about the MBTI that I want to talk about. And please go to the link. Do it if you want to. And if you do it, leave the comment down below. What is your personality type? And is it compatible to my personality type? Oh, and don't cheat, okay? Answer what you're feeling. Don't answer because you want to be compatible with me. Or don't go and search Google what does it called, personality type is compatible with INFP, and type it down, because that is going to make me sad. Just answer whatever is on your mind and get the personality type that you really are, and then we can know about each other more. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed now. I think it's like 15 or 20 minutes past midnight. Yeah, I'll just end this podcast here and see you guys in my next podcast, which I think I'm going to record it on Saturday or Sunday this weekend, right? And then if I did that, it means that I catch up with the schedule. Yeah, that's it for today's. Again, have a great day. See you again in my next podcast. Bye bye.